Wonderful, marvelous are the works of your hands. Great is thy name. Wonderful, marvelous are the works of your hands. Great is thy name. Hello, lovely people. My name is Gloria Naa Ayerley Tettey. I am a worship leader, a mom, and a wife. I'm also a public health practitioner with interest in faith, love, marriage, and maternal and child health. Welcome back to my podcast. This is the Glory Nugget. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about some books I read in my early 20s that prepared me for relationship and marriage. So, growing up as a young girl, I saw the kind of marriage that my parents had. I saw the good things they did and the flaws, and I told myself that I wanted something different, something unique, something that has never happened in my family, and I started to prepare towards that. Okay, so the first book I ever read, that book changed my life. I mean, it changed my mindset and it gave me a new understanding. I think based on the things that I read from that book, I got empowered. In my third year, when I became the vice president of my Christian council, I gathered all the young ladies and then we formed a virtuous ladies club where we organized conferences and events for learning. And I remember the maiden edition of that conference, we had a whole breakout session just to discuss that book. That book was The Lady, Her Lover, and Her Lord. I think it was written by Bishop T.D. Jakes. Oh my God, that book was so good. I mean, the things that were in that book were life transforming. If you were a young lady in your 20s, you are yet to date, or you started dating, you are yet to get married, and you've not read this book before, you are missing a lot. This is a must read book. The details in that book, it will help you to understand yourself as a young lady and your relationship with your lover, your relationship with your God. It's a very powerful book. Another book that I read that was so powerful that really impacted me was Waiting and Dating. That book made me understand that, whilst I am waiting, I need to develop myself. I need to work on my relationship with God. I need to work on my relationship with myself. I need to work on my friendships. I need to work on every other thing concerning my mindset, especially even before I get into dating, even before I start looking out for my partner. That's another great book that you need to read. And then there's another book that I read. I think it was by Reverend Kinsley Okonkwo. Yes. The title of the book was Am I Ready? That book is going to question you. It is going to question you as to whether you are really prepared and ready to even date. Not to talk about getting married. It will question your financial capabilities, your spiritual capabilities. In fact, every aspect of your life. It is going to get you to think and ask yourself the difficult questions. Ask yourself what you really want from marriage, from relationships. It's going to ask you the difficult question. This is one of the books I think you should read. Another book that I read that changed my life in my early 20s, The Purpose Driven Life. Oh my God. That book by Rick Warren is a stellar. That book is very, very good. You see, it helps you discover your purpose as a child of God, and it helps you to identify whether your purpose syncs with that of the partner you are trying to get into a relationship with. Even though it's not a relationship book, it's generally um, a book about self-discovery, all those things. But you see, before you even get into a relationship, I've been talking about self-discovery. You need to get to know yourself. You need to know who you are first. If you have identity crisis, Getting into a relationship will make it worse because then you are going to blame everything on other people, on your environment, even sometimes on yourself when it is actually not the case. So it's very important that you discover yourself fully even before you enter into a relationship. And I recommend the purpose driven life. One last book that you need to read. I remember in school, even before I started dating, I bought this book to read, How to Be a Lady. And I bought one for my future my future husband, now my husband. I bought that book for him. So when we started dating, I gave him that book to read. It was How to Be a Lady and How to Be a Gentleman. That day, my friend and I were from the library. No, we had gone for a lecture and we were passing by a bookshop and we saw some of the books. So we decided to enter the shop and just look at the books that were there. Those times I didn't really have enough money, but I really pressed myself and made sure I bought those two books. It taught me dining etiquette, how to dress properly as a lady, how to talk, how to speak out, what to say and what not to say at different places. It was a very good book. I think you should get that book. You need to get that book. The cover, it looked, well, if I remember clearly, it was pink. I gave it out at one of our ladies' meetings, the Virtues group that I created together with my co-executives. I think I gave it out during one of those sessions. It's actually a very good book you should read. So if you're not doing anything at all, now that you are single, this is the time to read, to develop yourself. This is the time to listen to audios about marriages. In our next video, I'm going to talk about some of the sermons I listened to, some of the men and women of God I listen to shape my idea and my knowledge about marriage, relationship, and dating. I'm going to suggest them to you, and I hope that you're going to really make time to listen and read these books because trust me, they are going to shape your mindset. They are going to give you a better understanding about relationship and marriage. If you can work on your relationship with yourself, you are halfway through working on a relationship with somebody's son and even God, you see. Yeah. So I hope you were blessed with this episode. Looking forward to come your way again next week, God willing, with another episode. So don't miss out. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more beautiful updates. Your life will never be the same. God bless you and I love you. Bye.